Hello, Steve White, Steve White's 89. Well, I just watched episode 7 of season 2 of Yellowjackets, and I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying it, and I'm kind of not. I don't know, I really enjoyed the first season, seeing the girls' lives in the 90s, the build up to the crash. After that, their side of the story became very uninteresting. I mean, they're just stuck in the woods trying not to go crazy and not kill each other. It's not that interesting. The baby died. They buried the baby. That's about it, really. At some point, Shauna was blaming the other girls. I think she was blaming Lottie. Either way, she ended up, Lottie basically offered herself up for her to take her anger out on, and then she beat her to what I thought was a pulp. I thought that she was actually going to kill her for a minute. And I'm like, you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're in the wilderness, you have no medical assistance, no anything. You're not going to take a beating like that and be okay, or you're not going to, everyone just stood around and let it happen. It's just like, yeah. Earlier, the teacher was going to kill himself, but didn't. He's still imagining himself living with the guy that he broke up with not long before he took the flight. God, what else happened? The girls are all at the, what are we calling it? It's not a resort, it's not a cult. Where are they? And they're sort of getting sucked into sort of, the whole thing. Yeah, they don't really have any revelations or anything. They don't really talk about what happened. There's a few moments where they get close to it, but they really don't. They're sort of hanging out at the end of the episode, and not much really happens with them. I was sort of hoping for more on that side, because that side of the story is the more interesting side of the story, the adult versions of them. Now the episode ends off with Shauna getting a call from her husband because they found the body of the artist that they murdered. That's about it. I mean, each of them touch on their issues for a moment or two, but we don't really get any progress or revelations of any of them this episode. It's nice to see the adult versions of all the girls together, but yeah, not a whole lot happened. Am I missing something? Am I forgetting something? Let me look at my well-written notes, which I can never read. Yeah, I mean, what's the name of the actress? Because I can't remember her character's name. Juliette Lewis, her character is the one who's sort of been there the longest, and she's sort of trying to deal with the darkness, as she said, that they brought back from that place. Misty does bring it up for a second, but then the redheaded girl is like, yeah, no, you want to talk about that place, you want to talk about that, and she just abandons that. Yeah, I mean, there's a moment where Charlotte sees the antler woman, and apparently there's a lot of mystery about that. People want to know who the antler woman is. I'm like, I couldn't care less. I mean, it's one of them. Who cares? I don't know. There's no mystery. Like, okay, something bad happens. I don't care. I don't feel like they've set up anything. I mean, I'm sort of interested in what happens to the girls now and what happens with Shauna and that, and how they deal with what happened, but it's like, okay, they cannibalized the people that died. Is that it? Yeah. That's it. So I'm just not finding there's much to sort of interest me in the show now. It's sort of like, I just want to see what happens next. I just want to see what happens with the adult girls. I don't really care that they haven't really built up. They really build up the crash in the first season, but they're not building to anything in this season. So far as what happened back in the 90s, I don't know. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. yeah, I'm gonna keep watching the show because I want to see how it ends. But yeah, it's just falling flat.